Hey folks, some of you might be wondering up here in the North Woods what we wear to stay warm when it's cold outside. Now today it's 24 degrees and I'm not sure what the wind chill factor is, but honestly 24 degrees is cool. But if you live in an environment like this, 24 degrees is not bitterly cold. We've been out snowshoeing when it was well below zero. So what I have on today is underneath my pants I have a pair of silk long johns on. I think they're LL Bean. They're not very thick, but it's surprising how good of a job silk will do. I have those on for bottoms. Then the top I have an Under Armour heat shirt on. It's a pullover and it's got some warming properties to it. It nestles close to you and keeps the heat in. On top of that I have a flannel shirt, just a flannel like this. And then for a jacket, this is a Filson down-fill jacket. It's 850 down-fill, and that's the amount of down per square inch, I think, that's in the jacket. It's got a kind of a water repellent shell to it, and it's also got a hood that you can see. Now the wind's blowing probably, I'm guessing, 10 to 15 miles an hour, so it's not bad. Then on top of this I have just a pair of pants on. Usually I don't wear cotton pants, I wear some type of stretch polyester type pants, because if you get them wet they'll dry pretty quickly, and they help wick moisture away from your body, as does the silk underwear and the Under Armour undershirt that I have on. For boots, I have, well, let me start with the socks. For socks, I have wool socks that come up almost to my knees, and they're made by a company that is in Vermont. They're called Darn Tough. The joke is they're darn tough to get on, but once you get them on, your feet are toasty. I have some shorter ones for the summer and these taller hunting socks for the winter, and they're by far the best socks I have ever had because my feet stay warm. I'm really sold on this. For boots, these are Baffin boots. They're made by Baffin Boot Company in Canada. They're lined and they're waterproof and they're very warm. Like I say, today it's 24 degrees and I'm fine. I do have another pair of boots that are warmer than these that I'll show you at a later date. The cap that I have on is a Filson wool cap. It's lined with these shearling ear muffs. This hat I bought 31 years ago, and I wore it probably 3 or 4 times a year where we used to live in the southern United States. Didn't get much use out of it, but I kept it in good order. Now it's really nice. I don't have the ear flaps tied, but they are really warm. My ears, there's not a cold spot at all on my ears. So this is what we wear when it's probably 20 degrees up to about 35. If it's any warmer than that, we'd be burning up with this on. Now the gloves, or the hand warmers that I have on, these are mitts that I ordered last year. They're made in Maine and they're called Mainers. And my hands always got cold. I've got thickly insulated gloves. You wouldn't believe, makes your hands look like they've been inflated, and it did not keep my fingers warm. So last year, I decided I'd bite the bullet and get these Mainers after I'd researched them a lot. They are pricey, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I went snowshoeing last year when it was 15 below zero, and my fingers were warm as toast. They were warm as toast. I'm not kidding you. I did do an experiment. I got some Army wool glove liners put on and put these mitts over top of them. My hands almost froze. I took the glove liners out, put the mitts on as they were intended to be worn, and they were warm as toast. Like I say, they are pricey, but it harkens me back to a story. When I worked for the Forest Service years ago, we ordered our smoke jumper boots from a company called White's Boots in Spokane, Washington. And they were custom made for you. Back in the early 80s or mid 80s, they were almost $300 a pair. And that was, that was a pretty hard pill to swallow. But then when you got on the back side of a ridge somewhere in Montana or Idaho on a fire, and you'd been there for days, and your feet were comfortable, then you forgot about the $300 you paid for those boots. And they were more comfortable than tennis shoes once they got broken in. So that's the way with these Mainers mitts. They were pricey, but when I'm up there in the field snowshoeing and it's 15 below zero and I can feel my fingers and they're warm, I forget about the price. So anyway, that's what I have on today. And as it gets colder, I'll wear some of the warmer clothing that I have and give you a description of that. Thanks.